I did not mean to press go live yet. I wasn't even ready, but here we are, right? I'm gonna wait for a little bit for people to come into the chat. I know it's kind of late, but then again, it's the weekend, so I just assumed people will be up. Sorry if my camera looks a little blurry, but there's nothing I could do. This is the only phone I could use for now because I don't have any Wi-Fi, and that's why I haven't been on live um, in about a week or so. I think it's been. I haven't been on live. It's because I don't have any Wi-Fi. Being that I'm not working right now, I cannot afford Wi-Fi plus my cell phone. So until I start working again, um, hey Paradigm, you know I do not go by Angie anymore. It's Angelique. Hold on, let me see if this thing will let me text. How can I chat? Oh wait, hold on. Why is it not letting me comment? What is this? I'm trying to figure out how come it's not letting me chat. That's weird. That's not going to be good. I'm not allowed to chat. That's strange. That is so weird. Why is it not letting me? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I don't see how come I can't. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why I can't comment in my own live. That is very strange. I never seen that before. I hope you find a job soon. I hope I do too, because I don't regret quitting my job because it was too toxic to be at, but at the same time I knew that I was going to have to suffer until might be in supervision. I'm never under supervision. They would have emailed me. I'm not. I don't know. That's weird. I never realized that normally because before I would normally use my other phone. So I never realized I couldn't do it on this phone, but on my Samsung I was always able to talk on this phone, was able to comment with no problem. So I don't know, there must be something, there must be like something on my live that doesn't allow me to, I don't know, comment. That shit is weird. Hold on, what is this? That's strange. I don't know. Let me see if I'll be able to. Okay. Well, it will if there's trolls, at least it will allow me to remove the trolls. Is my AC too loud? Can you hear me? Is my AC too loud? Because I have my AC on and my fan, and I got a fan. Like, that's how hot it is. I went outside to the corner store just now, and it was so humid. Like, it's nasty. Ugh. This weather in New York is crazy. Can you hear me clearly? Is the sound okay? Because I have my AC on. I just want to know, is the sound okay? If it's too loud, then I'll. It's mid tier. What does that mean? I mean, can you hear me good though? It's fine because I really don't want to cut my AC off because it's too hot in New York. I can't do it. It's so humid outside. It's ridiculous outside. Click like on the chat for me. Borderline. But can you hear me though? Is it too loud? Is it like the sound is good to you? Oh my god. How I just got on here is already It's already people here. I literally just got here. Okay. I gotta get these people out of here. Yeah. Oh, here it goes. Put one time out. Yep, there we go. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, how can I do that? I just got on here and it's already trolls up in here. This shit is crazy. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so I really didn't have too much to talk about, but then again, I always have something to talk about. Yeah, I'm not dressed. I threw a head wrap on. I'm going through it. I'm not trying to get cute for the camera, so this is what you're gonna get. Okay. Um, so I noticed like the increase of energy vampirism. Thank you. I don't feel beautiful right now, but thank you very much. I'm noticing like weird behavior from people, and I'm thinking like, dang, hey, real. I'm thinking like, dang, is it me? Like, am I changing? And I think I am changing. I'm feeling like there was like this spiritual shift where if you have spiritual gifts or you have like some type of intuition, I feel like um your spiritual gifts increased. I feel like you know more. I've been having the craziest dreams, like back to back. Like when I tell you, God, spirit, my ancestors, they are snitching on everybody in my life. And it's crazy because I don't even have many people in my life, right? They're getting snitched on. And I'm talking about it's in detail. And I'm waking up like, yo, what is this? What is going on? Like, why am I being told all this information about these people? So I don't know if that's happening to y'all where y'all are having some real intense dreams. Now I'm somebody who always has intense dreams, but guys, no, it's gotten really bad. It's real bad to the point that I'm kind of nervous to go to sleep at night. And lately I've been waking up. I'm a night person, I'll say, a spiritually night person. Um so normally, say if I fall asleep early, I'm gonna wake up at least around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? But even if I fall asleep at 3 or 4 in the morning, I'm waking up every day at 6 a.m. on the dot, right? So normally, if I wake up at 6 a.m., even if I don't have anywhere to go, I'm like eating breakfast or drinking some iced coffee. I'm praying, I'm meditating, I'm job hunting. Like it's just this weird, quiet meditation thing. So I'm like, okay, God is waking me up at 6 a.m. for some reason. So that's something I'm noticing. I don't know. Has y'all dreams been changing? Has your sleeping pattern been changing? Um where you're going to sleep maybe earlier or you're being waken up earlier. It's almost like, wake up, I got something to tell you. Like God is trying to talk to you, your angels are trying to talk to you, your spirit guides are trying to talk to you. You said you are shining a lot more than usual. I think so. I don't see what other people see. People like, you're glowing, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I like breaking out on my face and feeling like I'm not glowing or looking a certain way. But your internal light is probably shining more. So if there's an increase of demonic forces on the planet, that means the people who already been shining spiritually, that means we have gotten brighter. I never really took that into consideration, you know, and how if there's such a heightency, like the whole planet has changed, and we're already seeing that. We're seeing that with the ocean. Like sharks are coming up to the shore. The water is so hot. Like they closing down beaches. Like it's so much going on right now. And I'm like, what? And I consider myself like an ocean goddess. I believe in Yoruba goddesses like Yamoja. I believe I'm a daughter of Yamoja. So I'm really into the ocean, and I'm just like, what is going, like, I'm nervous to go to the beach now. Like, I want to go to the beach, but now they're saying they're finding this weird bacteria in the water, and they're closing beaches all over in New York, in Florida, Long Island, like what is really going on? So don't tell me like the planet has not changed. I noticed a huge difference right the week of that eclipse. The week of that eclipse, it has been hell. I don't care. That was back in April 8th, right? And I went to Mexico. And I remember being in Mexico, and I remember the water being so angry. Okay, like, I did not get in the water in Mexico. Like, something told me, don't get in the water. Like, if you get in that water, you might get eaten alive. Okay, like, it's so many signs of changes. And then keep in mind, we're connected to the ocean, we're connected to the water. Our body is how many percent of water? You know, especially if you're a woman, your cycle, like, I'm getting my cycle this weekend, and I'm feeling extremely emotional. And we're in Cancer season too, so the ocean is connected to the moon. We're in Cancer season. All these things are going on with the ocean, and I'm just like, I'm feeling all of this. It's just so intense, and it's making me quiet. It's making me not want to come on here and talk. It's making me not want to talk to people, and people probably thinking, oh, she acting funny. I am acting funny, because how could you not fucking feel all this? You know, so to be in tune spiritually, it's not easy. Click like on the chat for me, guys, so more people can come in. Thank you. To be able to feel all of this is not easy. And I'm looking at other people, they're like, I don't feel nothing. And I'm like, you're so fucking lucky that you don't feel this, that you don't notice these things about the planet, you know, or about yourself, you know? Paradigm said water is great conduit for spirituality. It is, but the water is angry right now, right? There was 4 sisters of the Muslim faith in New York. They died. They died at Konya. The water is not playing. I'm not trying to scare y'all. If y'all are surfers, or Earth is not playing with us. Mama Water is not playing. She taking bodies. 4 young ladies are dead. Okay? Then there was these 2 Spanish kids in New York too. I think it happened at Coney Island. Their bodies popped up. The water is taking bodies. So be careful if y'all go to the beach. I ain't talking about the pool. I'm talking about the ocean. Be careful when you're going on boats, going on vacation, you're going to the water. Be very careful, because the water is not playing. It's taking bodies. It's taking sacrifices. So be very careful at that water, guys. If I go to the beach, I'm staying back. I might even stay at the shore. The sharks are coming on the fucking sand. I don't think y'all peeping this. People, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Paradigm says, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello. Let me go back. Paradigm said, it's that intense. Hell yeah, these dreams are crazy I'm having. These dreams are crazy. I had one of my dreams. I had somebody's sexuality was revealed to me in the dream, and I'm just like, I don't even want to know this. I kind of had a suspicion about this person anyway. You know, if they don't feel comfortable telling me their true sexuality, that's their business. You know, but for some reason, I guess spirit wanted me to know, like, this person technically is on the down low. You know what I'm saying? So that was revealed to me. Why they hiding their sexuality from me when I've always given them a chance to be open and honest with me, I don't know. I'm not upset with them, because clearly they must be ashamed of their sexuality if they're trying to hide it from me. Another crazy dream I had was somebody was doing witchcraft on me. My father had a supposed other child before me. She's 10 years older than me. So I'm 40, she should be 51 right now. In this dream, I saw her sister. So she has three siblings from her mother. I saw her sister doing witchcraft on me, being instructed by the half sister. And I'm just like, when I woke up, I wasn't like scared or anything like that because these bitches is weak spiritually. So I'm not really like bothered by it pretty much. I don't really see any difference in my life. Sometimes people be like, oh, somebody doing magic on me or doing witchcraft on me. Everyone's always thinking that, but I've never had a dream like that ever. So it must be true. I had another dream letting me know that people were watching me via social media and they're becoming jealous because they thought that I would be, I guess spiritually beneath them, or I'm appearing to be happy. I'm appearing to be of a place where they're not. So, people are watching me. I did get a DM from somebody on my TikTok. I don't answer those messages. Y'all try to message me on TikTok, I delete them. I do. Sometimes I read some of them and then I just delete it. I don't respond because it makes no sense to respond when I'm not going to have a conversation with the person. TikTok to me is I post the content and that's it. I get off. But there was somebody, I haven't seen her in like 10 years, and she just keeps messaging me like, hey Angie, and it's like I'm not responding. I'm just not responding. And she didn't do anything to me. It's just like, girl, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Why are you hitting me up? Like, we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's just I'm not really into rekindling with people from my past, whether they did something to me or not. Hey Trey. Nah, I only been on here for 17 minutes, girl. Um, but yeah, I'm noticing these things, and these energy vampires, like people are thirsty right now, right? So like I was saying, how the planet changed. Some people, LA, oh hell no. I would never move to LA. No, thank you. If I'm going to move to LA, I might as well stay my ass in New York until I'm ready to get out the country. The next time I move, I've already told God it's going to be out of the US. I'm not moving to no other state. I'm going from New York to another country. There's no city in America that I want to move to. None, no city. I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans. Unless I meet a rich man that make me fall in love with him and he gonna pay for everything, I ain't moving to New Orleans. Absolutely not. I see too much. LA is no, no. Anyway, yeah, no. We're not doing that. Hey, girl. Yeah. So the reason why I was talking about how the planet changed and how the increase of the evilness the evilness has increased on the planet, blah blah blah, then that means energy vampires are going to become more thirsty for our energy, right? And this is something that I'm noticing. I'm trying to understand this because I've been like praying about it. Sorry if my camera is blurry, guys. I've been trying to understand why has it increased, right? So I'm wondering if spiritually we've increased. Is that why they're thirsty for our energy? Because energy vampires, and a lot of people are talking about this. This is very popular right now on TikTok. Where, let me give y'all an example. There's a woman on TikTok. She did a video about being in New Orleans, and I love New Orleans. I wanted to go there for my birthday next month, but I can't afford it right now. And the woman ended up touching her, And she said she went into a trance, and when she popped out of it, she said, "What did you do to me?" And the woman told her, "Don't worry about it. I just took some of your energy." Because she told her, "Oh, your light is so bright." And I'm like, what? I believe her. I believe her because I've experienced that before, right? So when you hear energy vampires, there's all different types. You know, of course, there's vampires who actually do, you know, drink people blood, be eating people and stuff like that. We already know that, right? But there are people who they live off of our energy. And I am telling you, I've experienced this a few times, not even a few times, my whole entire life. Energy vampires tried to leech off my energy, right? Even when I wasn't even aware of who I was spiritually, this has occurred to me. And I told you this story before. Years ago, I was going to Walmart, and there was this African woman. I could see her from I was in the parking lot walking towards the door in Walmart. She was all the way at the door. So, you know, I got good eyes. So I see this woman and she's like, Miss. And keep in mind, I'm like looking around like, who is this? I don't know this woman. I could see from afar. I have very good eyes. I could see from afar. I do not know this woman. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's somebody behind me. So she literally runs up to me, looks at me, and she touches me. And as soon as she touched me, I knew it. I said, fuck, she got my energy. And she touched me and she said, "Oh, I don't know you. I'm so sorry, miss." And just walks away. And as soon as she touched me, my whole body felt weird. Why did the thing disappear like that? That's strange. Oh, well, it's still counting, whatever. My likes disappeared. And I said, wow. I said, fuck, I knew it. So as I'm walking into the Walmart, I start praying like over myself. Like I'm just like touching myself and just praying like whatever that woman, you know, let her had not put anything on me, you know, blah, 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 blah. I just pray over myself. I don't remember what I said over my body, but I prayed over my body and I didn't feel weird or anything like that later on. Just that whole day I was uncomfortable because I was like, damn, I should have never let that woman touch me, but she caught me off guard. So anyway, going back to the woman who was Ubering and the lady touched her, the woman actually told her, "I'm an energy vampire." And she was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, I just took some of your energy. I need to borrow some of your energy. Don't be scared. I didn't hurt you or put a spell on you." And a woman, she drops her off and she lets the woman out. Now she's saying that she's having dreams and she's seeing the woman. She could hear the woman's voice in her head. You know, she can just, you know, tap into the woman's energy. That woman literally made like a soul tie with that girl. So that way, whenever she is in need of energy to survive on the planet, she could just tap in and pull at that girl's energy. I know this sounds crazy, but this is how it works, guys. This is why you gotta be very careful who you let touch you, who you sexing with. You don't know these people. You could meet somebody and they could have been on this planet for centuries. They look human to you, but you don't know them. You gotta be very careful. I'm telling you. So now that woman got a whole soul tie with her and she could just tap into her. That is some scary shit. Trey says, yes, people have been resurfacing, and for the first time, I've been blatantly ignoring them. Means ignoring them. I'm tired of past folks with a passion. God bring in the new. Yeah, these people coming back because these people don't have people who they can run. Who made me feel good? Hey, Queen. Hey, Butterfly. Oh, Lord. Who wrote something? Real says that shit make you want to be alone. But after this, okay, now y'all things are popping up. I didn't see y'all your messages for a minute. Hey Danielle, that shit make you alone. Real says, but after this life, we get married to our higher self. I hope so. This thing got me like. This is why I'm telling you, I be like when people, I can feel. I know the difference between a human and an energy vampire. When I'm in the street, I know their energy. It's very hard for me to explain it. You can feel it's like a desperation energy. That's the way I can. The hell is that? That's the way I can explain it. It feels like a okay. Say if you around, it's a predatorial energy about them. It's a sneaky, needy desperation. Their energy feels different. It's like you feel it like they're preying on you. You can feel the energy is different. It's very hard for me to explain. I usually know, and it makes me very defensive. And I know them immediately, and I look them dead in their eyes, and I give them that look like, you better get the fuck away from me. I'm not playing with you. And I will make a scene in public. I've cursed them out. I've pushed them away from me. Don't touch me. Don't get next to me. Don't sit next to me. Move. I know what you're doing. And they get quiet because they know that you know. There's been times where I'll just look them in their eyes and be like, go ahead, come over here if you want. I'm not playing with you. You know, I've developed a sternness now. I've looked demons in their face in the street, and I'm like, they looking at me, I'm looking at them, and we just be looking at each other. And I let these demons know, I see you. Don't fuck with me. I'm not the one. I've told people this, and people's looking like they didn't even say nothing to each other, but we talking with our eyes. You got to look out. Be careful. Oh, another story I heard on TikTok, which is crazy because I'm shadow banned on TikTok. So I'm taking 30 days off from posting on TikTok. So if you on my TikTok, you're not going to see me on TikTok because I am shadow banned hard over there. So yeah, and because I don't have any Wi-Fi, y'all ain't gonna be seeing me too much on here either, but I'll try my best to get some videos loaded up. But anyway, another story I heard on TikTok is a woman was on the train in New York, and this man sat next to somebody, and he starts conversating with them, and then he moved his seat, and then he started conversating with them, and then he moved his seat, he started conversating with them, and he seemed like a regular cheery person. And then this last woman, she's watching this whole thing go down, right, in the train car, and the last woman says to her, she goes, oh man, I feel so tired now. And she looked at her, it was like, oh shit, he got her. You know those people, oh, how you doing? What's going on? And then sometimes people be like, oh, they just wanted to talk. He was taking on people energy. And that woman, before she got off the train, she said, oh man, I feel so tired now. He was taking each person energy. I'm telling you. That's why I'm very careful who I talk to. And them people, let me tell you, you don't realize this when people talking to you, narcissists do this a lot too. They do this thing where they touch you. I told y'all this before. And they pull you to them. They touching you. They're not touching you just to get your attention. They touching you to get your energy. I'm telling you, man, you gotta be very careful. What y'all saying? Magnetic pull, exactly. Yeah, that's a good advice for LaJordan. LA, she said, is it a woman or me? I'm not sure. LA is incredibly stressful place. As soon as I landed there, I felt terrible anxiety, wanted to be out of there. Have you ever felt that in a place you visited before? Yes, I have. That's how I feel about Las Vegas. And I do want to visit. Not bothered. Hey Queen, how you doing? I do want to visit LA. I never been to Cali, and I have friends in Cali or whatever. People I grew up with, they live in Cali. So I think they're in San Francisco. And then I know another chick in LA, you know, whatever. I still want to visit Cali, but the reason why I probably would never live in Cali is because it's a ghost town. It's a ghost city. It's too many paranormal things, too many rituals, too many things go down in Cali. And that's probably why I can never picture myself living there. You know, it's a lot of it's a lot of opportunities in Cali, but me, I don't think that city goes with my vibe at all. I don't think my spirit likes it. But yeah, I did not like Las Vegas. I've told this before on this channel. I did not like Vegas. I cried the entire. I think I was there for like 3 or 4 days. I flew to Vegas by myself. I said, "Oh, I want to see Vegas." My grandfather loved Las Vegas. So I guess he was a toxic person. My grandfather loved Vegas, died in Vegas. My mother's father, and my mom would never let me go. She didn't let me go to visit him, and she didn't let me go to the funeral when he died in 1996. But she went, you know, but whatever. I went to Vegas. As soon as I got to Vegas, I started like tearing up. The spirit of death is so heavy in Vegas. Now, I don't know about Nevada itself, but Las Vegas, too many ghosts. I've seen spirits in Vegas. I had the hotel that I stayed in. I really should have changed my hotel. It was such a heaviness of suicide. Oops, I don't think I was supposed to say that on camera. It was such a heavy spirit of the S word. And I was just like, oh my God. I did not like it at all. And it had trash ass food in Vegas. I don't know how the food is now, but I cried that whole weekend. And it was so crazy because I actually did find out somebody did die. My step grandfather died the weekend I was in Vegas. I wasn't close to him. He was a narcissist. But yeah, I remember finding out he was dead, but I did not like Vegas at all. I literally saw a ghost in Vegas. Too much death, too much homelessness, crackheads. It's just a full spirit there. I don't like it. Will not recommend. Not going back. Dark and dense energy, like a walk-in dark cloud. Yeah, those energy vampires. Trey says, this semi-homeless looking man walked out this Jamaican store I was in and said hello and touched my shoulder. Oh my God. 30 minutes later, someone rear-ended me and immediately thought of him. He might have swapped energy. He got some of your energy, girl. People crazy. You know, there's something called swapping destinies with people. So you got to be very careful. And, you know, people don't believe in these things. They don't believe, you know, I did a video a while ago, months ago, where I was talking about how, you know, stop hanging out with certain people. And somebody was like, oh, I hung out with a crackhead for so long and I didn't turn into a crackhead. It doesn't have to be like that. People can swap destinies with you, where you might not become a crackhead because you're hanging out with a crackhead, but maybe that crackhead you're with, the dealer they owe money to for the drugs, will come back and kill you and not kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, people literally, even when you're hanging out with negative people, they manifest things in your life. I don't think people get that. That's why I don't play that. I don't on the phone. Oh, this is going to go bad. And how you going to get that? And how you going to get, I got to go. Click. I hang up. I don't even tell them bad news or good news. These people literally are manifesting negative energy. They want to swap destinies with you. You got to be very careful. Very careful who you hang out and who you listen to. Words are powerful. The universe don't know the difference between the real and fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can keep saying, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, and actually one day become a millionaire. Now, how you get those millions is the tricky part. You can have an accident, lose both your legs, and become a millionaire. You gotta be specific. This is how that energy thing works with people. It's called Sin City for a reason. That's right. They do call it Sin City. You're right. I don't know. That's YouTube. That's YouTube. That's I don't own YouTube, but certain words you can't say on, it'll demonetize my video and stuff like that. You can't say certain words on social media. Queen says, yes, this is what I've been dealing with. Oh God, get out of here. Then why are you in my life? Why are you in my life then? If you don't take advice from people who can't control their own weight, why are you in my life? Because you're a spiritual fucking loser. That's why. Only a spiritual loser will waste their time being in a big person's life because you're a loser. Goodbye. I didn't ask you to take my advice. Like, these people are crazy. There you go. Point example, spiritual losers. That's a perfect example of a spiritual loser. Trolls that are online are spiritual losers. They're people that came into this planet. They have no purpose. Their purpose is they're wasting space. They sit on the planet, bullying people, doing this, doing that, doing nothing. That's it, causing chaos. They're fucking stupid. What do I think about people who unalive themselves? I don't really know. I'm gonna be real with you. I really don't. I understand why people do it, but I think that if you do it, that means that you break your soul contract, and then you're gonna have to do life all over again. That's what I think. So, I mean, there's people that I know who did it, and I understood why they did it, and I was like thankful for them that they weren't in pain anymore. But I was like, damn, he gonna have to do this shit all over again. He broke his contract, so that's what I think of people who, I don't think it's like a sin. I don't really believe in like that whole sin thing when it comes to taking your life, but it is a disjustice to yourself. Just like smart sins. If I can't say the A word on live or on here, but when you go to the chop shop and you get rid of your baby, I think that is also something that that's karma you would have to pay too. So I understand that people believe they have control of their body, but I think that spiritually you'll have to pay for that karma as well. Unless it's like something like where you were, molested or something like that. But when you are an adult and you actively decide to go to the chop shop, you will have to pay in some form of karma for just unaliving your children like that. And there wasn't nothing wrong with them. Like they weren't, they didn't have 3 heads or arms missing or something like that. And usually those children will come back in some form in your life, basically. Yeah, but that's what I think about it. So if you can avoid keep going, and getting just more sins, you know what I'm saying? I can't say the word, the A word, ladies. When you get knocked up by somebody and you go, oh, I don't want this kid anymore. If you can avoid doing that, please do. Please take your contraceptives. Stop going to the chop shop as if it's a birth control, because you are building up karma when you do that. Okay? You're building up spiritual karma. Those are souls. Even if it's microscopic, it's still a soul. It still had a soul contract, basically. Yeah, hopefully y'all understood what I was talking about. But anyway, I can't really see anybody's comments. This live is weird right now. Damn, I've been on here for 40 minutes already. Oh, let me tell y'all about I saw some people left the chat after I said that, but hey, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. We's having a spiritual chat, so it's just my opinion. It may not be fact, but that's what it is. That's what happens. So, I don't think God is mad at you, but you definitely you build up spiritual karma when you do that. Um oh yeah. So how's y'all dating life, guys? Because the energy vampires are in the dating pool too. They're not looking for love, they're looking for energy. Woo! Oh my god. That's crazy. Hold on a minute. How come this is so weird? How come this thing will not let me? Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Trying to see my chat. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Show every message, including potential spam. Show most messages with potential spam. What? Let me see. Okay, there it goes. Hi, Lily. You said single until you leave here. Leave where? You mean leave the earth or leave where you live? Okay. So um earth. So you don't want to date until you don't want to date until you go to another planet, basically. Okay. But anyway, that's funny as hell. Um, I date. I'm single, but I date. I've been single since what 2021, and then last year I was seeing somebody, and that's it. So the last time I was seeing someone was last summer. So it just made a year, right? But through the year, I go on dates sporadically with people, and then I kind of was talking to somebody from my past, but I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. I don't think we're gonna rekindle. I don't think so. I'm not gonna say why, but I don't see it happening. A lot of people are living in fear, I feel. Um, but anyway, the weirdest thing happened to me. So I gave my number to a guy, and I think he's definitely an energy vampire, narc, or whatever, narcissist, whatever. Um, so I gave my number to this man, and y'all tell me, you gotta. I want y'all to believe red flags when the red flags be flagging. Okay, exactly. It's got to be a divine connection. I totally agree. And I go out. I go out. As y'all see, I post pictures in the community section. I go places. I dress up. I look nice. I sit at the bar by myself. And lately, in the past year, I just don't meet anybody. I have not met anyone, and I just take it as like a spiritual protection thing. Even friends, it's like every time I meet someone, they just end up being fucking crazy, right? Brother Mega says, and if you are awakened, you are being targeted, so that they send what you like to be yeah, they'll send your type to trick you. Right. Lily says, I am done after the second red flag now. Okay, so anyway, I gave my number to this guy. I saw him, we met online, right? We met online, and here's what's funny. I've never been on this dating app before. I just like signed on, and I end up giving my phone number to about 4 or 5 guys, right? The other guys, they were trying to get to know me through text, and I just like, I'm blocking them. I don't do that. I'm a grown ass woman. I don't get to know men through text message. And to me, their conversation was robotic through text. I was like, I don't even know if this is a real person, right? So I just blocked their number. They kept texting me like, hey girl, hey, and I was just like, I'm blocking them. So I blocked them. I feel like a grown ass man who is over 30 should know you cannot get to know a woman over text. You cannot. It doesn't make any sense. You know, hopefully y'all brothers are not doing that. The ones who are my supporters, I really hope y'all don't be on, you know, getting to know women or even getting to know a man through text. Do not let a man get to know you through text. You cannot get to know a person through text message. You can't even get to know a platonic friend through text message. I'm just letting you know that right now. Y'all need to meet up. If they're out of the state, y'all need to FaceTime each other. Y'all need to be on the phone. You need to hear people's voice. You have to understand that this is spiritual. This is also spiritual. You need to see people's eyes when you're talking to them. You need to see their body language. When you're through text, this is why manipulators love text messages. Okay? This is why energy vampires love text messages, so that you don't pick up the truth of them. This is why narcissists love text message, right? And it shows low effort. Because why we live in the same city and we haven't met up? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you got to pick this up. And if you desperate and lonely, a lot of y'all let this shit slide. No. After 3 days, if a grown man doesn't say, hey, can I call you? Or if I say, hey, when could we have a phone conversation, and you don't make no plan in 3 days, I immediately block the man. Anyway, so I give my phone number to this guy. He's 36, 37. I'm 40, whatever. I normally attract younger men anyway, which is cool. If you over 30, over 35, I could deal with you. All right. I'm not into any men in their 20s. Try that. Horrible. They're children. I'm sorry. I know y'all young, but I'm 40. I'm not dating a man who's 29. Absolutely not. Doesn't work. Anyway, so I gave this dude my number, and I like that he called me immediately, right? We were texting for a little bit, and then he was just like, oh, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm just watching a movie. I'm relaxing. That's it. And then the next thing you know, my phone starts to ring. I was a little annoyed, but I was like, you know what, let me pick up, because honestly, a lot of men don't want to be on the phone. So I was like, oh, he getting cool points for that, because he actually called me. But I really would have loved if he said, hey, do you mind if I call you right now, instead of just calling me? But whatever. I pick up the phone and we talk for an hour. Now, here's where the red flags are. You got to let people talk, right? I let men talk. I'll sit on the phone quiet, listening to everything a man says, all right? Ladies, do less talking and more listening. That's why you got one mouth, 2 ears, okay? Let these men talk, all right? Fellas, let these ladies talk, all right? So in this conversation, he said that he had a child. I normally do not date men with children. I love children. I want to be a mother one day. But dating people, when you don't have any children and you're dating people with children, it comes with a lot of responsibility. And on top of that, you have to literally sacrifice yourself. You have to sacrifice going without certain things in the relationship because your partner has a child. You'll never be priority in that relationship, as you should not. The child should come before you, right? But it also makes it difficult because that's not your child. So there's another being coming before you in your romantic relationship, but it's not your child. It's someone else's child, right? Okay, I'll read y'all thing after I finish telling this story. So, the dude says, this is all in 1 hour, okay? Red flag. The first red flag was he said that his baby mother put a restraining order on him. The baby moms put a restraining order on him. And I said, why? Right? And I didn't get like scared or anything like that. I'm like, I want to hear this story. What made this woman put a restraining order on this man? So I said, what happened? He said, I don't know. Brother, you don't know why your baby brother put a restraining order on you? What happened? Did something happen? Did an altercation happen? It was their argument. No, there wasn't. We broke up. Keep in mind, this is July. They broke up in January. Their baby is only a year old. Why are you dating? Why are you dating and your baby just turned a year old and y'all just broke up in January? That just went to court last month so you can have visitation, which he won the case. He did get visitation of his son. I don't think any parent who has a child under 3 should be dating. That's just my opinion. You should be focused on your baby, not dating. Okay, you may want to have a little sex here and there, but you don't need to be dating or courting someone and you have a child under 3 years old. Your child is not even in fucking school yet. But you can't tell these hot and trot people that these people be having a 3-year-old and they popping it for the next man or woman immediately. This is weird to me. I don't understand this, okay? So I'm listening to this. So he's like, yeah, she put a restraining order on me. We dated for 6 years. So you dated for 6 years. Now that is a real red flag. This is a second red flag because you dated this woman for 6 years and you never married her. Why wasn't y'all not married? Then y'all have a baby. And while the baby was 3 months old, she gets up and leaves and then puts a restraining order on you. I said, brother, listen. Brother, I said, listen, I'm not taking sides, but I just want you to know your story is ridiculous. Your story is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm talking about these red flags were just flaming. And then he says, I'm a good black man. It's very hard to find a good black man. I was holding in my laughter. I have a degree. I have a career. I have a car. I got a place. Yeah, I got a roommate, but I got a place. Guys, I said, no, this can't be life. This cannot be life. He was serious too. And I'm just like, this is not it. And then he's like, I told him, listen, I normally do not date men who have children. He said, why not? I said, I don't have any children. He's like, I don't get it. When I met my baby mom, she had 2 kids. I said, that's your business. If you wanted to date a woman who has children, that is your business. You know, when it comes to these things, please pay attention. You know, a lot of these people, women and men, and it's nothing going against people who have children or who are divorced or whatever and going through something. I'm not trying to make light of people's situation, because it could be anyone. It could be somebody who doesn't have children. Whenever you're talking to somebody and they immediately have this sob story for you, you know, especially they start talking shit about their ex, run. I'm talking about run. Your first conversation with them and they're talking shit about their ex, the mother or father of their child, they don't even, you know, give you some time to get to know them. This is a red flag, guys. Or they don't have any kids and they just start talking shit about their ex. This is a huge red flag. You know, something occurred. I don't care what this man is saying. Something definitely occurred with this woman, with this. No woman just picks up and leaves when their baby's 3 months old. I ain't buying it, you know? And Another red flag was he was like, oh, that's selfish. You're selfish. I said, so you're telling me people who don't have any children and don't want to date people who have children are selfish. Okay. All right. Okay. I said, let me tell you, let me explain this to you. Say if you and I were dating, I come into this relationship with myself. You're coming into this relationship with 3 people. What 3 people? What are you talking about? I said, yourself, your child, and your baby mama. Ah. Hey, girl. Thank you for the donation the other day. I appreciate it. Yo, so I said, you have to understand, I don't have any children. So now you want me to, I have to get to know you. I have to get to know your child, and in the future, get to know your baby mother. There's a lot of things that I would have to go without because you are father. So my opinion, I feel that people who don't have any children should date each other. That's what I feel. That's just my opinion of it. You know, I'm not interested in this guy. And then he showed his ass even more. Last night, I ran to Target because I had to get some pads. Okay. So I run to Target. I go get some pads. And while I'm in Target is like my therapy session. Target and Burlington Coat Factory. Even when I'm broke, like I am right now, even when I'm broke, I like walking around the store and just like looking at things that I can't buy and just meditate, right? So I'm in Target and he tries to call me. And I text him back immediately and say, hey, I'm not home. I'm in Target. I'm busy right now. I cannot talk. So he texts me back, LOL, I'm not home either. I didn't even know how to respond to that. I thought that was very weird. I didn't know what he meant by that. So I just sent him a smiley face. Thanks, Lily. And there's no shade to parents, and I'm just saying this is the perspective of people who don't have any children and how we feel going into situations. And it comes from my experience. I've dated men before with children, and I've never had a positive experience. Never. I had one time a man's baby mama calling my job. She called my job for 30 days straight looking for me. I have no idea how this woman found out where I worked, and I pretended to be somebody else. I answered the phone every time she called because I was the director at that business at the time, so I was the one who would answer the phone. And you know, it's things like that that's crazy, you know. And there's baby mamas and baby daddies who will unalive you because they're mad that you're with them. So you have to take into consideration when you are a parent why someone who doesn't have any children doesn't want to date you. Because even if you say, oh no, we co-parent, we're great, we're good. And I watch too many crime shows. Do you know how many crime shows I've seen? The stepkids, they grown and they kill the stepmama and they kill the stepdad. What? Or they kill their half sibling out of jealousy. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. I'm good. Absolutely not. Yeah. So going back to last night, homie said, I'm not home either. And I'm like, I don't even know how to respond to that kind of message. He's giving me weirdo vibes. This is weird. I don't know how to respond to that, because if I don't answer my phone or I call my friend, you know, like the guy that I used to deal with for years, he does that. I'll call him, he won't answer, and he'll text back and be like, at work. I'd be like, okay, and that's it. I don't bother him. I don't be like, well, I'm at work too, or I'm busy too, or I don't say that. I'd be like, all right, cool, good night. That's it. I don't fucking bother that person. Respect that person even had the decency to text you back and not ignore you and reach out to you. So this afternoon, I get a text from him that's even weirder. And it says, what the hell did the text message say? Oh, the text message said, I wanted to talk to you last night, but I guess you can't shop and talk on the phone at the same time. Negro, what? And you know what? I looked at that text. I didn't answer him for hours. I'm talking hours. I think he texted me that at like 2:00 in the afternoon. I didn't text him back till like 7:30 tonight. Because who do you think you are? I don't owe you. And this is how you know when you're dealing with these energy vampires and these codependent people. They say some weird ass shit like this. And I text him back and I said, correct. I do not have conversation on the phone in public. Have a great weekend. And he texts back, thanks, you too. Usually he'll say, beautiful or queen or whatever. He didn't say that shit this time. Good. I hope you got my energy. This is a red flag. This is how you know these people crazy. It's how you know these people crazy. This is how one of my friendships recently ended. I peeped how this person was. They think that you owe them your energy. They get angry when they can't reach you immediately. No, I'm not a person that you can just call me randomly. This man didn't even ask me what I did for a living, who I live with, what's my schedule. He didn't ask me anything. You know what I'm trying to say? This is how you know. They get real aggressive, guys. They get real aggressive. Hey, Alicia. She said, nope, a whole lot of nope. Rhonda said, he seems petty. Ew. She said, I was late to your live tonight because I was watching my crime shot. That's okay. They get really addictive. She said, that's a red flag, Ron. You're too beautiful to deal with that. Oh, no, sweetheart, we're not making it to the first date. That's it. I'm going to let him know, like, look, it ain't going to work. Either I'm going to block him or I'm going to just tell him straight up, because it's like, I don't work well with people like that. I respect people's time and energy. I do not owe people my energy. I just met you. So please, guys, don't be doing this to people. Don't be out here doing this to people. Nobody owes you their energy. I know sometimes you meet people, you get excited, you like them, you dig in their energy, but they have a life. People have a fucking job. People have a schedule. People go out. Some people, they might go out after work, or they might go, eat dinner or something. They might have responsibilities, or they might need to do something. This man didn't ask me anything about my life. He doesn't know what I'm doing in my life. I don't have to pick up my phone and walk around Target talking to you. I don't fucking know you. What if that's my meditation time? No. Get the fuck out of here. Like, and you got to understand, these energy vampires, they run these tests on you to see how you react. They want to know if you're good supply. These narcs run these tests on you, and a lot of you fail, and this is the reason why they get caught up with you. Click like on the chat for me, guys. You must have thought you was weak because you like him. I wouldn't even say I like him yet. He didn't even give me a chance to like him. I'm gonna be real with you. I like the way he look. I don't like him. That's what he fucked up at. I don't like him. I don't know him. Now I definitely don't like him. It takes me a while to like somebody. It does. It takes me a long time. I don't know if that has to do with the way my brain is set up. I don't know if it's my astrological chart. It takes me a long time to like somebody, honestly, and an even longer time to love someone. Like, actually, no, let me not say that. I don't like easily. I don't like easily. So if you do something to make me not like you, it's kind of hard to like build it back up for me to like you. I didn't even like him yet. I just like the way he looked. He was just like, aesthetically, physically, he's my type. He got the locks. You know, he has a whole irie, you know, conscious look. He has that look. He dresses very nice. He kind of has like a 70s vibe with his clothing. You know, he likes my style, and he was like, "Oh, you match my aura." Like, I like how he look aesthetically, but this is weird. Nah, brother, you giving psychopath. Yeah, a lot of people like people immediately, but I don't. And I noticed that the more I grew spiritually, the longer I take to like get to know people, like people. It's hard for me to like somebody. If I like you fast, most of the time you're not a good person. It's a lustful thing, honestly. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, but pay attention to these red flags, guys. These people are tripping. They're bugging out. Don't forget to hit my Cash App, guys. $ the light 777. I can't write it in the chat because I don't know. They won't let me write in my chat for some reason. My Zelle is neoangie3000 at yahoo.com. If you like what I've been talking about tonight, please send me a donation. This is what I do for living right now. Nah, Scotland. I'm sorry. We didn't get off on no wrong foot. Baby mama had a restraining order on homie. He's being passive aggressive in text messages. He called me selfish because I don't like to date men who have children. They ain't nah. He's gotta go. The red flags is flagging. It's as red as my lips. No, that red flag is flagging all over the place. Hell no. I'm good. Nope. That's one thing I used to do that. I used to be like, no, maybe this. And then that same thing in the beginning. And honestly, the red flags that are showing about him, those things could get really possessive and aggressive. He's showing signs of somebody who's obsessive. That's something that obsessive people can become dangerous and violent. So you got to be very careful with people like that. And no, I'm telling you. You got hoovered the other day. Be careful. You said he's an agent. He might be. I don't know. I don't know what that brother man is. Lily says, I had one tell me after just meeting them that his ex tricked him into 3 kids. Yeah, all right. He said, I'll never let that happen again. I said, so you what? Now you wear condoms? He gave me that narc stare. I walked off. Ain't nobody can trick you into having 3 kids with them. Ain't no way. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't think so. You just got to be very careful. You know, Universal send these people also just to see like if you will you know, take the bait pretty much. If you will take the bait, you know, you be tested. Like, oh, okay, let's see how are you going to believe that, you know, if you're going to be able to see the red flags. Nah, this brother he's a walking red flag. He did it to himself though. Texting me talking about, oh, I see, I guess I wanted to talk to you last night, but I guess you can't talk and shop at the same time. Are you fucking crazy? Yeah. That right there lets you, that's not, please, I hope you're not doing that to people. Don't do that. I had a friend, me and her ain't friends anymore. I don't got nothing against her, but one day she texted me and somebody had passed away. It was actually recently. They passed away and I was trying to process this person's death. And she texted me and I didn't respond to her text. And then she double texted me and said, well, anyway, what I was going to tell you, excuse you? And I couldn't even respond to this person I couldn't even respond to them that night because I was so disgusted at what she wrote in the text. And when I texted her the next day, I said, I cannot speak right now. I just found out a childhood friend is dead. Like, you don't know what someone is going through, why they didn't answer your text immediately. And this same person would disappear for 2-3 days and not text me back. And I never wrote nothing to their phone. It was like, well, anyway, what I was gonna say, but you didn't answer me. Have you, y'all gotta be smoking crack. Thank you. It's all right. Yeah, this happened in April. 3 people died. Somebody died in April, May, and June. Let's see if we can make it through this whole month of July without somebody dying. 3 women died, April, May, and June. I couldn't do the other 2 funerals. I couldn't do it. I was working anyway in May. I couldn't go to that funeral. And then June, I didn't go to the funeral in June. I didn't go. People wanted me to go, but I was like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's too much. My brain is spinning. My brain is not, and the thing about when you are spiritually strong, nobody thinks like you go through something, so make sure that you are giving yourself time to process. All right. This is a weird, funky year. This is a weird year, and just because you might not tell people the things that you're going through, it doesn't mean that you're not going through something. Just because you're strong spiritually, or your light is bright internally, or you look good externally, does not mean that you're not going through things. So let people know, tell people about themselves. Like, just because I'm not sharing what I'm going through with you doesn't mean I'm not going through something. You got to be careful. Yeah, hell yeah, New York Giant. Yep, it's true. My regards to you, Free. My regards to you. My regards to anybody that lost somebody this year, whether you were close to them or, not close to them. Death is weird, regardless. It's something you have to process. Anybody that's going through something, anybody who lost a relative, a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be a coworker, you still have to process that death. My regards to everybody who lost somebody this year. I hope you get your partner, Brother Omega. Anybody that's manifesting a partner, I'm not, I don't really want to say I'm manifesting a partner. It's not my top priority right now, and that's probably why it hasn't come, because I'm never like, I'm never making, I've never made romantic love a priority for me. It has always been like an extracurricular activity. Men has always been like an extracurricular activity. I knew since I was a child that I didn't want marriage. So I am ready to be in a committed relationship again. But it's not something that is a major priority to me. Like right now, my focus is finances, money, I would prefer that. I would prefer stability over love right now. I would. Um, in friendship, I would love to meet genuine people who are spiritually on my fucking level. I'm tired of the fakes. I'm tired of fake spiritualists. So if you're trying to manifest true friendship, I hope you get it. Give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. It's gonna go black for a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So yeah, that's really important to me because I feel like, love will come, but I feel like community is very important to me, and I miss having community. And sometimes your friends can feel like they are your family, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, for me, I've just gotten way more out of friendship than I ever have in romantic relationships. Paradigm said, "I'm not fake." Well, how I know that? I never met you. you know, um, I've even tried to be friends with other content creators, and they're batshit crazy. So it's very draining. Thinking that you met somebody who is really spiritual, only to find out they're fakes. The cycle is just draining, and I enjoy my company so much, you know. But there are days where I don't get lonely, I get bored. Sometimes I don't want to talk to myself. Sometimes I don't want to talk to myself. Sometimes I want to talk to somebody else. Sometimes, I have two male friends in New York. I get tired of hanging out with them. It's a different energy hanging out with men than it is hanging out with women. Sometimes I just want to get cute and go to brunch with a woman. My male friends, they don't dress up. They're not into fashion. They just take a shower and throw on whatever. Sometimes I just want to be, around somebody who cares about their hygiene, who cares about their clothing, who cares, wanting to try new things, art, museums, galleries, different foods from around the world, like art, just music. And I just want to be around cultured people, and my male friends aren't like that. They like to go to work, they go home, go to work, go home. And it's like, they're not spiritual. That's what it is. My two friends aren't spiritual. The ones that live here in New York, they're not spiritual. They're worldly. They're like matrix bound type of people. They're very loving people. I love them. I care for them. But it's very draining when you are a high vibrational person and you're hanging out with people who are matrix. Like last Sunday, I went to the African Arts Festival with my male friend, and the entire time he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I took off work to come." And I was like, "Well, how do you feel?" He was just like, "At first I felt really guilty calling off." And I was like, "Why do you feel guilty calling off of work?" And this is how a lot of people are programmed, guys. Like, he told me he has 100 sick day hours. I said, "Wait, what? You have 100 sick day hours that you don't use, and you feel guilty for calling off of work?" I said, "Do you think that," and he works at Home Depot. I'm like, "You think that they're gonna miss you at Home Depot?" I'm like, "Dude, you gotta like really get it together." And I told him straight up, I said, "This is crazy. This is something I noticed that chosen ones were very good at. I'm gonna tell you, I need to do another separate video about that." But I said to him, "What do you want your obituary to say? Do you want it to say that you had 100 sick hours at Home Depot?" And he just looked at me and was like, "No, I don't want it to say that." I said, "So what else are you doing besides clocking in at Home Depot? Like, you don't go anywhere." He doesn't go on vacations. He doesn't go out. He doesn't do anything. The most I'll say that he does is like he plays drums sometimes for different churches. So he is a great musician, but he doesn't really like go perform and get his music out there. He can like rap and sing and shit like that, but he doesn't like put himself out there. And I was just like, we're building our obituary. We're building our obituary. Think about that. Like, do you want your obituary to be like, I don't know, oh, worked in corporate? Okay, what else did they do? What else did they leave here? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to have friends that are in that mindset. And I don't think I'm better than any of these people. The other guy, he's been at his job for over 25 years. I can never be at a fucking job working in the matrix for 25 years. I would probably unalive myself. I'm gonna be real with you. I couldn't do it. I could never stay at a job and like get a pension and shit. That's not me. That's not me. But being around these people, they do all work and no play. They don't experience these things. So I realized, as a chosen one, as a spiritual person, I realize that a lot of us, or part of my calling, is that I bring out other sides of people. Like, I give them firsts. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who never got a passport until they met me. There's people who never been out the country until they travel with me. There's people who never tried certain foods until they met me. And I'm not saying it in like a oh yeah, so they didn't know good stuff until they met me. No, but this is part of some of our callings in people's life. And this is why a lot of times our friendships and romantic relationships as a chosen one don't last, because we're only here to kind of open up those people to certain things in life, and then God removes us. So this is something that has happened to me many times, and it does hurt, because it's like, damn, when am I going to meet a new best friend? I haven't had a best friend since 2016. I keep being the first experience for people. I keep being the person that is pulling certain parts of things out of people. I'm the one that's showing them an adventurous side. So that explains why a lot of us don't have these close net friendships, because these people are really supposed to be temporary in our life. And then the friend that came with me, who works at Home Depot, he chases people who don't like him. I'm always available to hang out with him. He doesn't want to hang out with me like that. He likes to hang out with people who don't like him. And I think he's autistic too. So autistic people, they can't read social cues. So he's always paying attention to people who don't give a shit about him, basically. So I'm showing him love, teaching him new things. He doesn't appreciate that. He keeps looking at people who don't want nothing to do with him, basically. Yes, I plant seeds. We are guidance. Yes. And sometimes I just get tired of being guidance. I got to keep it real. I really get tired of being the teacher, and I always crave, like, in my romantic relationships, I've been the smarter one in a relationship. And it's not that a woman can't be smarter than a man, but it does get exhausting sometimes when you are the wise one. Sometimes I don't want to be the smart one. Sometimes I don't want to be the teacher. So a lot of times, chosen ones, it's like we prepare people. I don't want to be the prepare woman all the time. God, it's time for you to send somebody to teach me something. Okay, I'm tired of teaching. I'm tired of being the wise one. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of being the planner. And with these two men that I hang out with, I noticed that even I noticed that men didn't even respect him. Like, when I used to hang out with my ex, men wouldn't even dare talk to me in front of my ex. Okay, we didn't even have to be holding hands or even looking like a couple. Because of my ex's energy, they wouldn't even dare talk to me. They would like look at him and then like look at him like, can I talk to her? When I'm with these two particular friends, men literally walk in front of him and start talking to me. They look at him like, anyway, what up, queen? How you doing? Like, they're like, that can't possibly be her man. I noticed this, and this lets me know that my energy when I'm with these men, my energy is more powerful than them. That even other men don't even respect these men, these two male friends that I have. They don't even respect them. A whole man was African man. I was buying oil from him, was literally flirting with me in front of him. He doesn't know that guy's my boyfriend or whatever. I thought this was very interesting. So you can even feel when you with certain people that even if you're a woman, your energy is more powerful than some of these men. and I don't like that. I like being around divine masculines, that, and it doesn't mean that you can't be a male and have more feminine energy and not be divine, but I like to be around men where other men respect. You feel me? I don't know. I don't know what Myers Briggs. That sounds familiar. Am I? Brother said, by the time you meet the right people, you be too damaged. I don't want to. I'm not damaged. I don't want to say that. I definitely have PTSD. Um, I'm not damaged because I always look at a lesson in what it is when I meet people. But I do know that a lot of people are damaged. A lot of people are damaged, and they're not ready to be in relationships or friendships. That sounds familiar. What you just said. I probably know what you're talking about. It sounds familiar. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I never look for friendship and I never look for love. It normally just comes to me, but you know, um I'm not I even though I have a very powerful energy, I don't approach men. I don't approach men. The most I'll do is look at a man. That's about it. I don't approach men. And because of my energy, um yes, Trey. They pulled a Michael Ealy on Megan Good in front of Jonathan Major. Exactly. That's exactly what happens when I'm with these two men. No men respect these two men when I'm hanging out with them. And I'd be like, yo, what is going on? But when I was with my ex, nobody ever played that shit with him. None. Even when I'm hanging out with these two male friends, um, a man sat next to me, started talking to me. I'm looking like, are you serious? And what he does, he just zones out. Whenever that happens, I'm like, I don't know if it's his autism that he zones out. He can't like handle it. And a woman, when we were at the festival, the guy that was talking to me, flirting with me, because I was buying oils and it was $10, and I was like, oh, how much is it? And he was like 100. And I said $100. I said, well, I said it's on your tab, right? So we just talking or whatever. And I guess a woman, she was buying stuff too. So she kind of got nervous because she was probably looking like, yo, is that her man? He's sitting there flirting with her. So then she tried to break the ice, and she was like, she tapped him and was like, oh, why are you so serious? Laugh. He literally like just disassociates. Whenever like a man comes near us, he just disassociates. He cannot have conversations with men. I'm just like, I try to like push him. Like if a man is standing there, I walk away and like let him talk to them, basically. I mean, I know he's not gay because he told me he's not gay. I see him looking at women all the time. I never catch him looking at men. He's always looking at women, so I know he's not gay. I tried to put him on a date with another girl who was autistic, but she ended up not liking him. She doesn't want to date somebody who's autistic too, so it didn't work out. But I noticed that, and I just want to meet people who have a powerful energy just like me, basically. Oh, thank you, brother Mega. Yep, that is so true, Frost. There are people who will naturally be attracted to your energy. Very, very true. Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Not everybody see when you're vibing high, you're going to attract people that are negative and positive. You're not always gonna get, people say, oh, you are what you attract. Yeah, if you're vibing high, you're gonna get the demons and you're gonna get the good people. You don't always get good people, but it's up to you and your spiritual discernment to be like, okay, this person is a demon, this person is not right, this person's vibing low, let me get away from them. So I never when I was in a dark place, in my 20s, hanging out with all those narcissists, I was in a dark place too. My vibration matched them. That's why I was able to be around them, because I had low self-esteem. I didn't love myself. I was broken from childhood. That's why you're an energetic match for those individuals. But now when narcissists come to me, I'm like, fucking me if you want to. I don't play with me. Now I'll be like, don't play with me. It will come with your soul trike. Careful, moths are attracted to the flame. Exactly. They sure are. They really, really are. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat. It's $the light 777. Somebody send me a donation. Bless me. I've been talking for an hour and a half. Thank you very much. What was I saying? But yeah, I love the friends that I have in my life. I appreciate it. But it does something to you when you are, thank you so much, Paradigm. It does something to you when you are vibing at a certain frequency. Thank you so much. Thank you for subbing. But you don't have anyone to talk to, so the level that I'm at, I'm always having to talk at level 6. You know what I'm saying? So if my frequency is at 10, I'm having to talk to people on level 5 or 4 or 6. And that could be draining. And, there's days where I want to talk about certain stuff and I just can't. I can't, because they will not understand me. I can't talk about spiritual gifts and, the things going on in the planet and stuff like that. They don't understand that. Sometimes I'll talk about certain things with them and they're like, oh, word, cool. But they'll disassociate because they can't respond. I actually just heard somebody on TikTok talking about that too, where, sometimes these people are just programmed. They cannot respond to you the way you want to. So even if you try to talk to them or you try to train them, their brain can only go but so far with you. You seem crazy too. You feel uncomfortable to them too, because they don't understand your language, basically. We are in Earth School. Maybe that's one of your lessons. Which lesson? Which one? Force says, is it the absence of happiness within themselves that they try to find in others? Sometimes. Honestly, sometimes I think that they think they are happy. I think that they think they are happy. He said, God bless everybody with a mind. Yeah, we all just have different minds, basically. There's all different types of people, but you'll know who's on your frequency. Just because you got a mind doesn't mean that your conscious is on a high level. You get it? Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm able to see spirits, ghosts. I'm able to see, demons. I can look at somebody and I can see they used to be an addict, or they were molested, or I can see people's past traumas. I can, pick up people's thoughts and all these different things. Then there's somebody like, next to me, they can't see any of that, right? Like, oh my God, there's a demon or a ghost standing right behind that person. No, there isn't. I can't see that. So do you see what I'm saying? Everybody got a mind, but everyone consciousness cannot see what is there. You feel me? So it's different levels to this, basically. Thank you for the subs. Yeah, so imagine you see certain things, right? I just saw this, I don't know what show this is, but I saw this video clip where this nun, there was a couple. I'm gonna find out what movie or show it's from. There's a couple sitting there, and there's this demon hovering over them, right? And then there's the priest and the nun. So the nun calls the priest out, and she says, "Oh, don't you see that demon?" And he's like, "What demon?" And he looks. She tells him to look on the floor, and there's slime to where that demon had crawled in the room with them. And he sees the slime, but he can't see the demon. And she said, we're going to have to pray for them because there's something that this demon was able to get into their marriage, basically. So imagine you're around people who can't see. You feel me? It's difficult, basically. Hold on, let me get these trolls out of here. There we go. Yeah. So when you are that elevated spiritually, it gets really lonely. So I understand why people go online, because you're able to talk to people who are more on your frequency, pretty much. Yeah, it can get lonely for people. The only time I get lonely is like missing my mother or something like that. I don't really get lonely for friends. I be getting bored. Like, damn, like I said, I want to talk to people who are on my level. It's like a craving. You know how people crave sex? I be craving conversation. Like, damn, I really need to talk to somebody who consciousness can see what the fuck I see. So I crave that more than like being with a man, pretty much. If I get lucky to end up with a man who has the spiritual gifts I have, or the consciousness or the I got, yo, I ain't never leaving him. You feel me? How did you manage to control this gift that was given to you? Well, I have multiple spiritual gifts. It's just something that you adjust to. It's hard to explain. I can't cut it off, but I just accepted it, basically. And it's not like somebody asked me, like, oh, do you go crazy every day? Like, are you seeing stuff every day? No, I wouldn't say I see stuff every day. Um, Living in New York, you will pick up a lot. There's a lot of different spirits in New York. Sometimes I'll walk by a spirit and just look the other way. Sometimes I'll see spirits on people. I might see a demon, or I might see sickness or death on somebody. I'll just look and be like, and I'll just turn my face. You just get kind of used to it. I don't walk around seeing ghosts like that. I see more spirits now, more demons on people, more sickness, more death. I can look in people's eyes and see something. A lot of times I walk the opposite way, or I try to get out the room with that person. I've accepted it. I love my gifts now. Before, I was very uncomfortable with them, but I love it now. It's just something you adjust to, so I like, yeah, you just something that you accept. Yeah, what is difficult for me right now is the dreams of people that I know. If it's strangers, it's like, whatever. They got a demon on them. That's sad. Sometimes I can see things on children that bothers me, because it's like, damn, they a child and they got spirits on them, or they're not who you think they are. That bothers me a lot. But it's mostly lately is dreams of like spirit snitching on people in my life, me knowing the truth about people. I'm not ready to accept that this person isn't who I thought they were. I'm not ready to accept the information that was given to me about that person. So that gets difficult. The acceptance, the truth about people. But there's nothing I did internally, I would say, to like control it. I let it happen, basically. There was something that I cut off because I don't see that many ghosts like I used to. I think there was something that freaked me out consciously because there was a time in my life where I saw ghosts all the time. Now I don't see ghosts all the time. I might feel them more, but I don't see ghosts all the time, basically. I mostly see ghosts when I go into like another city, another country, another city, like another state. I notice that, but I don't see a lot of ghosts walking around New York City like that. I see spirits. I see mostly demons on people or just walking freely, pretty much. I'm not sure how you remove succubus spirit. I believe in spiritualism, so I would get a spiritual cleansing. I would go to a spiritualist, or I would do maybe a spiritual bath. Um, that succubus spirit came through something. So if you got a succubus, that means you slept with a succubus spirit. It was in your home. It was you watched corn, you were involved, maybe you got molested. It came through a portal, it came through something. It doesn't just pop up. So you would have to do a spiritual cleansing, and you would have to change your lifestyle, basically. Look up spiritual baths online, and you would have to cleanse your bedroom, your house. You would have to really cleanse your bed, all of that, to get that spirit up off you. But you have to change your lifestyle because it came through something. Spirits just don't be popping up like that. It came through a portal. 27 people in the chat, 27 likes. Thank you very much. But I'm a spiritualist. I don't do Christianity, basically. So who's the devil to you, Alex? I really want to know. I always find this very interesting. People speak of the devil. I speak of, I've seen multiple spirits, multiple devils. So I find this very interesting about like Satan. Because when I was Christian, it was always Satan is busy, Satan is this, and Satan is that, and the devil this. So there are like multiple Satans, you get it, like multiple spirits, basically. Yeah, I believe, there is Lucifer, but at the same time, there are like other deities, other dark spirits that are working constantly, saying. So it's just, I find that very interesting. So is that just like a main, do y'all think there's only one like Satan, Lucifer? Um or do you believe that there's like a whole bunch of dark spirits? Because I know for sure that there's multiple like dark entities that are doing certain things. Sometimes Lucifer didn't even do that. It's a whole nother spirit that's fucking with you. So I really want to know how y'all view it. Alicia says, back to what you said before. If I found a good man that I can have a lifelong conversation with, I'll stay forever. Exactly. It's very hard. It's difficult. Listen, that's the hardest thing. Like when people are talking about dating, and it's like, yeah, people won't text or take me on a date. It's really about the spiritual aspect of it. Because there are people right now who would date me, who would marry me right now, and I don't want them because I there's no way. To me, being with somebody who is spiritually dead is like would be death for me, would be hell for me. I couldn't be with somebody who I can't connect with spiritually. I couldn't do it. Frost says, for me, I try to warn others that they're in danger if I see the dreams about them. Oh, that's good. Steed says, many. Oh, many. Don't give them any power by saying names. Yeah, it's completely different for me now. When people be like, the devil is busy, I be like, okay. Sometimes the devil be you. Like, I be watching people and they be like, the devil's busy, the devil's doing this and doing that. And I be looking at them like, the devil didn't do none of that. That devil, I'm telling you, the majority of the people I know, it be them. It don't be Lucifer. It be them. They're their own karma. They build up their own karma. I'm telling you. They did that to themselves. The devil didn't even have to step in. They're creating their own life with their words. Most people be manifesting that shit with their own words. They do things behind the scene that you don't know. And then when it's time for them to pay their karma, now it's the devil is after them. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. People be living these foul lies and then want to blame Satan. I'm telling you, like, watch how these people are. Oh, wow. I'm very happy I came across this channel. Oh, thank you. I wasn't even going to come on live tonight because I don't have any Wi-Fi. It's eye-opening. Thank you. It's eye-opening. Thank you for being open and vulnerable and being able to share your wisdom. Thank you. I appreciate you appreciating me. Like, I'm telling you, I be sitting back looking at people like, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. I just don't be feeling sorry. I don't feel sorry. I just be like, okay, yeah, the devil, the devil's busy. You the devil. You the devil. Ooh, they're people too much. Yeah, shadow work is very important, but guess what? Do you know the level of consciousness you have to be on to even be like, I want to do some shadow work? Are you kidding me? People don't even want to do regular healing at a therapist. Shadow work is like the deepest level. Shadow work is to me, it can even be considered like hypnotizing yourself. Going into your subconscious. You're pulling out things about yourself that nobody knows of, and sometimes you don't even know that it's sitting there. It's very, very scary. Brother says, I think some evil genius created the devil too. Blame someone instead of themselves. That's very true. That's possible. That is true. You know what's crazy? I don't know if this is true, right? Ooh, I'm gonna get out of here soon. Another 10 minutes. The Statue of Liberty. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that breakdown of the Statue of Liberty? Now, this is what's crazy. I never studied the Statue of Liberty. So, the Statue of Liberty, it sits in the water here in New York, whatever. When I was a little girl, we went to the Statue of Liberty, right? And they claim that you can't go all the way to the top. We went all the way to the top of the Statue of Liberty. And ever since I was a kid, I used to be like, why does the Statue of Liberty look like a man? I used to be like, oh, it's a drag queen, because they didn't say trans back then. People say, it's a drag queen, it's a drag queen. We always thought the Statue of Liberty, they said it's a woman, but I always thought the Statue of Liberty was a man in a dress. That's it. Or like it had, you know, the garments that they wore back in Greece. That's what I thought, you know. And this man did a breakdown where he says, actually, the Statue of Liberty is Lucifer. And he showed a photo of Lucifer, and then he showed a photo of Statue of Liberty where it shows the crown, and then it shows the Liberty has the chain, right, on its foot. And then he showed the picture of a depiction of who Satan is, and he had this chain on his foot too, on his ankle. So I don't know. Research that. I would not be surprised, because all these statues in DC, in New York, you know, in Washington, DC, even what is it, the pentagram, the is a representation of a man's penis, the phallus. The way they position everything so it can point up to certain stars. And I'm telling you, that's why I be like, when people be like, oh, that's not real, astrology is not real, and this and that, your whole country is built on astrology. They do everything according to the stars. They have all these gods that they worship. And when the country says, "In God we trust," y'all don't know what God they're talking about. we could go down this rabbit hole the whole night, but we're not gonna do that tonight. Okay, we're not even gonna go there tonight. But that's why I've been saying for years. When I would tell people, I'll be like, your God, and I remember I had a narc best friend. He used to hate when I said that. I used to be like, oh, you praying to your God? And he'd be like, why are you saying your God? We got the same God. I said, no, we don't. The way you act, we cannot have the same God. So everybody is not worshiping the same God, okay? And I'm telling you, one day they're going to find out who they thought was, I'm not even going to say it, but there's people worshiping Satan and they don't even realize it. I ain't going to say who they are. And they don't, and the crazy thing is the celebrities are telling you who this deity is. They're telling you who this deity is, and people not picking up on it. I'm not even going to say it. No, no, I ain't going to say it. I want people to figure it out themselves. Nothing happened to the Statue of Liberty. Just look it up. The Statue of Liberty is really not a woman, it's a man. And it's Lucifer. It's supposed to be Satan. Just do your research. I'm one of those teachers that make you go research things yourself. I only tell you bits and pieces. That's it. Go research it yourself. Maybe I would just do videos on conspiracies. It's possible. I'll think about that. What in the world? People just be in here saying, they just came in here meowing. People weird. It's scary, right? I'm telling you. Do y'all remember? I think this was like 2009. Do you remember when they were putting eyes on like all clothing? Do you remember that? T-shirts, jeans, you name it. Like it was evil eyes everywhere. I don't think it was evil eye. I think it was a different type of eye. You know how when they go like that? Do y'all remember that? There's so many trolls in here. What was that about? That was so weird. I had never seen like that trend. Was like, what are they doing? This has you deeply thinking. I'm telling you, I be seeing stuff. And also what I'm seeing now is They're trying to pin spirituality and Christianity against each other. That's what I'm noticing too. I'm noticing that. But a lot is popping up about Christianity. A lot is popping up, but I'm noticing that they're trying to pin spirituality. Obey Clothing, was that a brand? I don't know, what was that about. That was something I've always was like, what are they doing? And I love the evil eye. As y'all can see it, I have it on my channel. I love the evil eye. It doesn't bother me, but it was something else about that particular eye. It did not give a positive or like a protection thing. It was a different type of eye that they was just putting on everything. It was strange. I thought that was so weird. I don't know who Jesus is. I'm not sure. I'm not Christian anymore. I don't believe Jesus was the Son of God and like died for my sins. I believe that there was somebody. There was somebody, but I don't believe Jesus is like my savior. No. But I believe in God. I believe in a creator. Definitely there is a force that is over us. I created us. I created the sun, the moon, the stars, me, you. Definitely. I believe in God, but Jesus? Nah, I don't believe that. Oh, yeah. I love that movie, They Live. I like that movie. I've heard that too. I've heard that, Jesus is really the son, and it would make sense. Now, I do believe there is something called Christ consciousness. And that's something that is, and I believe that the Antichrist is man. So AI is the Antichrist, which is they're trying to replace us, right? They're trying to make AI the new human, basically. No, it wasn't the Illuminati. It was something else. I can't explain it. I don't know what they were doing at the time. It wasn't a protective eye. I was wondering why did they want people to wear this eye so much? What was that eye? What was going on with that? That is my wish. My wish is that people will, what's the word? My wish is that people will wake up. There you go. That's my wish. That's my wish. People will wake up. Not that you get money, not that you get your man or your woman, that people wake up. Because when you wake up, certain things will be able to occur. Okay? You'll be able to see certain things. That's a good drink. Yeah, brother says, yeah, they messed up trying to hide. Oh, I already read that. But I don't know what that was about. I don't want to get, how you go down the rabbit hole, but I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, what was that? That was just strange. They kept putting eyes on everything, and it was everywhere. It was like an overkill. And then one day it just disappeared. And I was just like, what happened to the eye shirts? Now it's like hard to find, Eventually everyone gotta wake gotta wake up no matter how long it takes. Some people aren't gonna wake up in this lifetime. I don't think it's meant for them to wake up in this lifetime, and I understand that. But I hope the people in my life wake up, they see certain things, People are suffering because they're caught up in worldly things. They're caught up in the matrix pretty much. You said no, ancestors need you to rest. Yeah. I've been resting, but I've been seeing way too much. This is a lot to process. I have been seeing a lot lately, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed right now. It's just really blowing my mind. And people keep saying, like, Jesus told me to do this. And it's just like, this at this point, this has got to be spiritual psychosis, And I have Christian friends and stuff like that. My friend that I hung out with last week, he's a Christian. He's 7-day Adventist. He's still in the religion that I grew up in. And, he's in deep. He doesn't get it, basically. He does not get it. And it is sad and it does break my heart. But hey, some people will say I'm wrong. And I always say, hey, we're going to find out when we die. You'll find out when you die. But in my heart, I feel like I got it right this time, pretty much. I feel I got it right this time. In my soul, when I was a Christian, it always felt wrong. It was a disconnect. It's hard for me to explain. I always felt connected to God, but I never felt connected to Jesus. And I couldn't understand it. I'll be like, God, why am I not connected to Jesus? What's going on here? There's a lot of things that is already written, is going to come to pass. And that's the reason why, people who are awakened, we don't make a big deal about it. Like, even with this whole election thing in America, we don't think about stuff like that because we already saw and said these things were coming to pass years ago. And people think, oh, why aren't you freaking out? We don't have to freak out right now because we already know what's going to happen. And we've been saying that pretty much, But yes, I got to go, guys, because I don't have Wi-Fi right now because I'm unemployed right now. And it was between keeping Wi-Fi or keeping my cell phone, and I chose to keep a cell phone on. Hopefully I can get some Wi-Fi by next month. I can't wait to see cancer season gone. I'm telling you the truth. But happy birthday to any cancers in the chat. But I cannot wait until cancer season is over. It is a Saturn retrograde too. This is a pretty smooth Saturn retrograde. I think I'm going through just more emotional stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Does anybody have any questions before I get up out of here? Oh, Battle says we're gonna wake up when the government shows ETs. What world really? People are not gonna be able to handle it. People don't even be believing in ghosts. People gonna be passing out dead when they really see aliens. I'm telling you, I think so. I don't think people are gonna be able to handle it. I don't think so. You gotta understand that there are some very grotesque looking aliens and demons. People are not going to be able to handle it. They're going to be like, ah! And just die just by looking at them. I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to handle it. Their consciousness, this is why we keep rising up so that we'll be able to handle certain things that we're going to see and feel. This is why our bodies, we can't eat certain things like we used to. We go outside, the air feels funny. The things that we were putting on our bodies are not reacting the same. So our bodies are leveling up. Our consciousness are leveling up. You really think these people are going to be able to look at an alien? No, they're not. Because they made aliens cute to look at. A lot of demons and aliens are horrible looking. Your brain is like, they're gonna die. Most people are going to pass out, jump out of windows, jump off of fucking roofs because they're not going to be able to handle looking at these grotesque energy. I'm at these grotesque energies too. They're not. I'm telling you, people are gonna freak out. I don't believe it. Oh, that's okay. Bring the aliens as long as we don't gotta pay bills, people say. You don't even believe in ghosts. You never even seen a demon. You think you're going to be able to handle looking at an alien and how they really look? You think you're going to be able to sit there looking at your president with a snake looking like a damn snake, a cobra, with his tongue sticking out and his eyes flickering while he's in a suit? I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. Nope. You said when you coming back on. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't have Wi-Fi. When I get Wi-Fi, I'll come back on. But it was great talking to y'all guys. I just wanted to have this spiritual chat with y'all. I had fun tonight. Don't forget, you can book a phone session with me. It's $20 for 30 minutes, $40 for 1 hour. How to book with me will be in the comment section. When I get out the live, I will put that in the comment section, how you can book with me. All you do is email me and we discuss how you book. All right. Then also be sure to donate to me. I don't even care. $5, $10, $20, $100. Send me a donation to my Cash App, $the light777. I have Zelle and PayPal, neoangie3000@yahoo.com. I'm going to put that information in the chat as well. Thank you guys. I had a great chat with you. I'm glad, some enlightened ones were able to come in the chat. And I'll talk to y'all soon. As soon as I can get some Wi-Fi, because I'm on my data on my phone and I have to use it for everything. So I have to conserve my data. My plan doesn't start over until the 29th of the month. All right. So if I'm able to get into some Wi-Fi, then I'll come back on before the end of the month. If not, y'all see me during Leo season, which is my season, which might be next month. All right. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.